Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We are here today. It's supposed to be a rainy day, kind of on and off, so I didn't go to the theme parks to do my normal streams, but I figured let's find something else to do. So we're gonna grab some coffee at a new coffee shop that I haven't been to before called But First Coffee. Then we are across from the Florida Mall, which we have never been to before, so I figured we could go experience it together, do a little shopping, and just see what all the stores and how big the Florida Mall is. It looks big from what I've seen, so we'll just go and take a look and do a little bit of shopping today. So let's head on in and get some coffee first. I'm switching to my phone's camera so it's not so annoying that I have a filming camera in there. So let's head on in.
What do you know about this place? Follow me.
They were helping me out with my order, so I wasn't really talking too much during those clips, but here's what the inside of the shop looks like. This is a Christian-owned coffee shop, so you'll see some scripture around the first coffee there, the cute little wall lamp. Over here on this wall has some scriptures, along with just some cute coffee things. Over on the little TV here on the wall, sorry if it's shaky, they're doing some of their TikTok videos, I think, on here, so you can see what the brown sugar cinnamon one looks like. There's Francis latte, they've done the cookie butter latte. It's really cute, and it's a good idea, honestly, because I want to see the coffee before I order it. What is it going to look like? There's your cookie butter lovers latte. Stop, look at how cute this is. That's a little, I got a croissant with Swiss and ham, and it looks like it came with some chips too. And this was $7.50. That's really good. In my opinion, you would never go wrong with a ham and Swiss croissant, ever. And here is our cookie butter latte. I'm so excited to try it. Okay, so I'm gonna try it without a straw first because I want some of the topping. Not sure what the topping is exactly, but because then I have a straw too. Oh, that topping's good. So it does have, they use all homemade coffee syrup, at least for the most part, he said, and including the cookie butter. So they have caramel, vanilla, cookie butter, pumpkin, everything is made here, and I love that. Oh, that's good. Has that light cinnamon flavor from a Biscoff. So freaking good. They did say that the pumpkin flan is their best seller at the moment. I was scared to try it. He said it's sweeter than this one. I love sweet coffee, but I was like, that's not today. This was a good choice. Oh, I like it. I also do it with oat milk, so the oat milk could be attributing to it a little bit. Well, I'm gonna at least finish eating real quick, and then we can take our coffee with us over to the mall. So I will see you guys in just a minute. We are back in the car now, and we're about to go 1 or 2 stoplights up to the Florida Mall. We're gonna park at Dillard's. I think that's maybe a safe bet. Then we should be able to kind of go through the whole mall in a pretty good loop. So let's head over there. I was thinking in my head, I don't even know if Dillard's is open anymore. So I was gonna go park at Macy's instead. It's a good thing I did because Dillard's is closed here. So we're parked over on the Macy's side, but we're also parked next to something that I really want to show you guys. I don't think it's something we'll do. Maybe with my little sister, I guess, even though she's 19, I think. But it's more for kids. So let's hop out and I'll show you. Trying to make sure I'm not showing any license plates here, so that's why you guys get mostly Sky. But it's called the Crayola Experience. So I'll put a little bit of information in here on the screen and maybe a little bit down below on what it is. But it looks so cute, and it honestly looks like it takes up a lot of buildings. So it'll be interesting to learn a little bit about it. I haven't really looked into it too much, but we're gonna head in on this side, Florida Mall, with Macy's over on that side. I just texted my little sister and was like, I am so excited to be in a mall. I've gone to Disney Springs the last year or so. We just went to the outlets for the first time with my mom and sister, and we're at the mall for the first time in a year. So I'm very excited to be in a mall. So I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I think this is just gonna be, you guys are kind of gonna go shopping with me. We're gonna look at what kind of stores they have here. So we're just gonna walk around. So off to this left side here, you do have Buca di Beppo. I'm sure they're opening here soon. what is it, Saturday? 11 a.m. for lunch. You have the Crayola experience over here as well. Looks like it is more of a merchandise store, so you can buy some Crayola merchandise in here. And honestly, they're super cute. They got some good stuff in there, it looks like. And then here we are. So we're at the far end. We did park over by the Dick's and the Macy's, like I said, so this is the far end. We'll kind of just make our way down. There are 2 floors. I don't even know where to start. Character World, let's go in there. I don't even know what these are. I guess they're little stands. They're from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So like, I feel like I have to get one for my boyfriend, but unfortunately I actually don't know what his favorite character is, so that's not helpful. Looks like, is that Naruto down there? Goodness, My Hero Academia, I think is how you say it. There's Dragon Ball over here. One Piece, that's actually a really cute One Piece one. Dang. They have some stickers here, look at the Pokemon ones. And they change. Oh my gosh, it's Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Stop, look at these, they're magnets. I am obsessed with this store. I'm gonna have to bring Ben next week. There's a straight up arcade in here if you want to do some arcade games. I will say it's very quiet over here and it almost makes me like uncomfortable, so we're gonna go in a little bit further and hopefully there's some more people. What's this gacha store? Oh no, is it closed? They open at 11, so in 15 minutes. But it looks like there's a bunch of like Japanese crane machines in here. So you can see a line of cranes down there. And I would assume there's maybe Gachapon on the other side. Let's go look. There's a Gachaland play area for kids, I think is what it is. The playground in there. But then you have some other like toys and Japanese items here. So we might have to check that out on the way out. But for now, let's keep moving inwards. Yeah, a lot of these places are closed. Unfortunately, this mall is so big. Hold on one second. I think this mall, unfortunately, is so big and a lot of stores aren't really like opening new locations. There's a lot of empty boxes right now that nobody's in, or they're closed. A lot of places are sometimes closed on like Saturdays and Sundays. It's kind of interesting, but it seems a little too big for its britches almost, you know? We turned left towards the Macy's. Just look at the couple of stores that are over here. So it looks like you have your American Eagle. Might have to pop in there, see what we got going on. What is this? Hollywood something and Villains. Heroes and Villains? Hollywood Heroes and Villains, and it looks like it's a lot of pop figures and merchandise. There was a lot in that store. They had so many pop figures, like I'm talking a lot. So I could probably see you a couple here in the window. They had a bunch of Loungefly too that were honestly decent prices, but I didn't see one that I was like, I have to have it. But let me turn you around here, you can see some of the ones in the window display. Sometimes I just get a funny vibe in stores. The employees didn't care at all, but sometimes I just don't want to film in there. So you got the Beach Boys, Gremlins, Wall-E. You got some Pokemon there. Oh, the Winnie the Pooh one. Look at that one. Aerosmith. How cute. Already feels like there's a lot more people over here. A lot more chatter. So here in your Macy's, it looks like you have a Starbucks inside of it. They have Orlando Furniture Mart. They also, out that way. Oh, I guess there's some stores that way. Let's walk this way. Geez Louise, a big store. Or a big mall. Looks like coming soon, there's a Titanic VR experience over there. Over here, there's a Squishmallow store, basically. Plushies, Squishmallows. I don't even know. I don't think this is a dead end. I think we're gonna get lost in here. I didn't even know Charlotte Russe was still a thing. You, of course, have your Apple store over this way. Long line to get assistance over there. Black Clover, Aldo, Lululemon, Tesla. We passed by Coach. We barely even touched the mall as well. And it's 2 floors, I think. At least some parts of it are. I think we are somewhat doing our little loop correctly, because now we're here at the Dillard side, which is where I was going to come in anyway. So we'll go take a look at these shops down this way, but then we'll turn around and continue down the hallway. So it looks like you got your Hollister over here. Honestly, kind of cute clothes right off the bat. Looking through the window. What else? Windsor. Let's keep walking. Oh, you guys are sideways. Over there is a place called Game Over. It looks like it is an escape room. You have Edge over here, which looks like women's dresses. You have Pop Us, which is collectibles and toys. There's a lot of collectible and toy shops here. Might have to go over to Cotton On. It looks like they have some cute stuff over there that might be kind of nice for me. They have an Express, an Old Navy, a Shoe Palace, an Aeropostale. We are kind of going back towards the Dick's Sporting Goods side, by the way, so we're kind of all over the place. The Charlotte Rue goes all the way through, so you can see the other side there. So we might have to just go back through that store to get to the other side again. Otherwise I'm gonna be lost. There's some stores that just like aren't meant to be filmed in, you know. That manager was so nice. She was so helpful if I had any questions. They already had their Christmas, not merchandise, Christmas items out. Some like pants and shirts and sweatshirts and everything. But I left it in there. Just didn't feel like filming. And then I think we're back around now. We're at Build-A-Bear. And then we're kind of back towards the American Eagle. So we've made our little loop here, but there's still a whole lot of store to go explore. Or mall, I keep saying store. We're back where we were, so that's over towards the Dillards. But if you turn this way, we're gonna pop in the dining pavilion for a quick second. Hopefully it's not too busy. It's a little bit before a lunch rush. And then we will continue on further. And there's a chocolate shop. I haven't even heard of like half of these stores. Kipling I think I've heard of, but I've never been in there. Protec. Ooh, box lunch. We're gonna have to go over there. For those who don't know, box lunch is kind of like a Hot Topic, but in my opinion, slightly better. I think they just have better merchandise, it's better quality, it's a little more to what you're looking for, regardless of if it's cutesy little things like this, if it's shirts. They have some Wicked stuff at the front that was super cute and very tempting. They have Coraline here, which is an old movie. Like, that movie's old now. But they have a bunch of Coraline merchandise. Oh, that little shirt. They have Corpse Brides items here, and then over here they have some Stranger Things things, like the Hellfire Club. They, of course, have to have Harry Potter. They have Mortal Kombat. They had One Piece. They have Power Rangers. Like, it is such a crazy store. I absolutely love this store. Kingdom Hearts sweater. I love box lunch so much. But here's a Gotcha Smokehouse Barbecue. Sorry if it's loud. Maybe I should get out my microphone. Oh, a Yankee Candle. I haven't been to a Yankee Candle in years. What's over here? I thought this was more of a food court. You got some food over there. Teriyaki grill, a Haagen-Dazs. Looks like maybe some pizza pasta. There's a Burger King. Ramen and poke. Oh, interesting. A Popeyes over in the corner. Whoa, it smells good. Oh, whoa, what is that? This over here is Dubai chocolate strawberries and things like that. So some treats. They have some boba teas here. You want some boba? Steak up fast, or Brazilian fast casual. What is this? Brazilian classic, a chicken barbecue. Oh. I might need dinner by the time I'm leaving. A Cantina Katrina. It's like outside there's a Shake Shack, a Hoka Bar, Habibi, and a hot chicken store. You have a Five Guys. There's some grab and go sushi over here. Wow, the smells in here. They smell better than a normal food court, I'll tell you that. They have mango and peach ice cream. The cute little ones. I'm honestly getting tired of walking in here. And not that I'm tired of the walking itself. I walk all the time at the parks, but like, I think it's very overstimulating. There's a lot of lights, there's a lot of stores, like, there's a lot going on in here, and I still feel like we've barely touched the surface. So we're moving down and continuing our way. Here you have your Victoria's Secret. Follow your way down. You have Steve Madden, Armani Exchange even. Oh gosh. There's a living GameStop, you guys. But down here you have a Below Zero. Not sure what that is. Sure it's skincare. A Champ Sports. The Shake Shack is down here. But let's go pop into that GameStop real quick. You also have Foot Locker. I'll show you guys around a little bit. So instead of like actual game cases, looks like there's maybe a couple. They are really doing the full download versions instead. They have some cases here, or some cases with games here. Usually you can buy them used. They have some new and pre-owned PlayStation games down there we'll take a look at. Looks like some Switch attachments. These are all for the Switch right here. I know that GameStop has always had merchandise, but they're definitely more on the merchandise heavy side now. There were quite a few used games, but obviously they're going to be kind of your lower tier. They'll be for older consoles, not necessarily the newer. They did have some PS5 items, but a lot of PS4 that were on like a low sale. So, it wasn't bad to look in there. We didn't find anything we were excited about though. There's a Uniqlo here, which you might have to pop into. They honestly have great prices in my opinion for a lot of their clothing and things. But watch this. Turn around and there's a sushi conveyor belt train in the middle of a mall. You also have a Cinnabon over here. It looks like on the other side there's a Chick-fil-A and a Starbucks. But how crazy is this? Conveyor belt sushi in a mall. It almost seems illegal. On this side you got your Pink and your Bath & Body Works. Back behind me, ooh, something smells good. You have Levi's and Aerie. It smells like candles. Oh, I bet you Pink. I bet you it's perfume. Oh no, we're right next to the Bath & Body Works. Duh, Lauren. You have your Guess and your Mango. You have Torrid back that way, along with a Journeys here. I didn't even know they still had Journeys in all honesty. You have a Gap Kids, followed by an adult Gap. Steps New York. Ooh, looks like some fancy clothes. Next you have a Zoomies, a Lens Crafter, and a Crocs. Across the way you have a Hot Topic, a Lids, and a Sunglass Hut. I will say I think I was wrong. I think the mall at Millennia was the other one I was looking at doing, and we'll probably do that in a week or two. That one's 2 stories. I think this one's only 1. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's nowhere to go upstairs other than in your box stores. So 1 floor here. I think we covered a good chunk of it, but there's a little bit left. We're down by the JCPenney side now, but there's a Fun Factory that is just a full-on arcade. There's claw machines, some skill shots, some boxers, some hit the clowns, crazy. You have your JCPenney up here, along with Space Battle Airsoft Shooting Range. Sinelli over there. I forgot to tell you guys, I left out of the side doors next to... Actually, I don't know if it was next to anything that you guys have seen, but you have an H&M. You can also access it from indoor. There is a Zara. Down here, there's an American Girl doll store. Looks like there might be a little smoothie stand here. What is this? Primark? Is that what it's called? Primark? Might have to pop in there. Looks like they got a lot of Disney stuff. And then it looks like maybe some food in a bar out here. So there's a little bit outside as well. But let's go to Primark. Let's see what they got over here. So it's downstairs is men's, women, and children, and upstairs is all Disney Primark. So I saw some on the main floor, but let's head upstairs. This is more what I want. Give me all the Disney merchandise. So I'm gonna look around. I don't think I'll film much, but show you guys if I end up getting anything on the way out. Hopefully not. We did end up leaving with something, so I might have to show you guys that once we get home. But I think we made our whole way around the mall, so we're gonna start heading out. We're gonna take a look at that Japanese arcade when we pass by too, on the way over kind of by the Dick's Sporting Goods. So we're heading back to where we started. They have some gotcha mystery bags here, and it just reminded me of something. When we lived in Japan, New Year's was a very big deal, and a lot of stores on New Year's Day would have those gotcha bags. So they would range. You would have small, medium, and large. You can choose. And they would have just surprise things that were all Pokemon themed or Hatsune Miku themed, Disney themed, kind of whatever the store was. So you could go to various stores and just get a gotcha bag, and I was like, oh, that just reminded me of when we lived there. I will say these claw machines have 3 prongs, whereas normal ones in Japan only have 2. Looks like this might be a little game where you have to stop the clock. And then over here they have some ping pong ones as well, so if you pick up a ping pong ball, I would assume you win one. Or maybe the color depends. Oh, you have to drop a ball into both black squares to win. Oh, crazy. For now, we're at least done here at the mall. Not sure if we're gonna make another stop or two, so we'll do an outro at home just in case we do end up making a stop.
We are home now. We ended up having lunch together, but I wasn't gonna film any of that. But just wanted to recap the coffee shop again. The more I was thinking about it, I don't think I told you guys that it was a $9 coffee. So the latte itself, I ended up getting their small size, which is kind of like a medium. And I think it came up to about $8, $8.50. Then I asked for oat milk and it bumped it to $9.50. So it was a little expensive in my opinion. The food again was $7.50, so it was pretty fair, I'd say. But I did love the coffee. I loved the coffee shop. The staff was so nice. I feel like I would definitely go back there and have another coffee. Especially because they have so many signature coffees. I might have to try that pumpkin flan one. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to try a lot. And then the mall was super fun as well. It was fun to get out and just kind of walk around a mall. Like I said, I haven't been in a while. We did go to the outlets recently, but a mall is a bit different. It was interesting seeing the amount of food stands that there were everywhere. Cotton candy stands, like there was food everywhere, I felt like. The churro store, I don't even know if I showed you guys that, but there was stuff everywhere. Loved all the cool knick-knack and kind of collectible stores that they had there. So we'll be going with Ben in like a week or two. We'll go show him all of that. But it was a good time. So thank you all for experiencing both the But First coffee shop with me today, along with the Florida Mall for the first time. I hope you'll stick around and experience more.